you're not making real money, if you're not putting your business in the position to sell at a multiple, if you're not stacking chips all the time, what is the point? If you are not constantly stacking chips all the time, what is the point of what you're doing?
Let's go, Brandon. Hey. Let's go, Brandon. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
You know what they say. Hello, everyone. It's Joel Davis with United Medical Transportation Providers Group. You are the broker.com and Home Care Access. And my pronouns are Terry's, B-I-T-C-H, and still Slim Sexy. For those of you who haven't watched, I think it was my last video or second to last video, go check that out. I talked about Terry, a true OG gangster, thug, pimp, hustler. Terry absolutely makes me look like a little B-I-T-C-H, because back in the day, when I was selling my business, I would openly tell people I'm not going to be 75 years old transporting an 85-year-old person. Well, Terry is 74. He and his young lady, wife, bride are out there slinging hash and making cash. 74 years old, just quadrupled his average monthly revenue. He started his business 3 years ago as a way just to make extra money to supplement his Social Security. Here it is 3 years later, slinging hash, making cash, quadrupled his business's monthly revenue. Phenomenal. Absolutely love it. So check that out. If Terry doesn't give you inspiration, nothing will. And I'm still Slim Sexy because I self-identify as 6'4", 217, boom, pounds, lost a pound, goals get to 215, 217, baby. I'm an Olympic athlete. I don't know what sport I'm going to do yet. I'll worry about that later as we get closer to the Olympics. But this diet, I have never seen anything like this before in my life. It is so effective. It's whatever you identify as, that's what you are. It doesn't matter what you eat, what time of day you eat it, what volume or quantity of food that you eat. It doesn't matter. It's all about what you identify as. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. In all my 21 years, it's absolutely incredible. Absolutely love this. It's just eat what you want, and it's whatever you identify as. It's phenomenal. Even like working out, I was in the gym the other day. This young buck, strapping young buck, boom. He threw up 455 for 3, and I was like, well, golly, man. I said, dude, I ain't done 455 in many, many a moons. I mean, I would just get SHIT throttled if I attempted that. But I was like, dude, that's my workout. He worked out for me. I mean, this is phenomenal. You want to be skinny? Own it. Just identify as it. Working out, boom. That kid, he just did my workout. I absolutely love this. I'm onto something, man. I'm gonna just get rid of my broker business, write this book, self-identifying diet, and make a fortune. Absolutely phenomenal. Anyway, let me get on to some business here. I was gonna try to make this quick video, but you know how this Olympic athlete rolls. He can ramble. So, first and foremost, for those of you, if I've been slow to answer your email over the last day or two, hopefully you got notification for one of my peeps. We had a little bit of IT issue going on. We're in the process of trying to implement this new, I guess you call it a filtration system or something. I don't know. It just further filters out your emails, not just to filter out junk from regular intake. We're also trying to further identify and categorize some of our emails. So, because we do get a lot of emails, and if we can get rid of the redundant emails, like we get so many emails where people just email us, how do I get started in the NEMT business? Delete. We can't waste our time with that stuff anymore. So we're also trying to integrate a system that'll help us go by keywords, number of words, things like that, so we could just not even waste our time with those distractions. So anyways, we found a lot of emails, follow-up emails in our spam spam folder, so my peeps were working to recategorize them. So anyway, so if I still owe you a response, know that I did get it, and I will definitely respond very soon. So the reason for this email is because I got a great email I wanted to share. Now, you know, I typically I'm very intentional about protecting the anonymity and the information of my peeps. So this email is from a client provider I've been working with for a little bit now. Good dude, funny dude. I mentioned one or two of his emails in the past. I'm going to change his name to protect him. I'm going to change his name to Isaac. Why Isaac? Because just like Abraham took his son Isaac up on the hill, almost had to sacrifice him, had to almost make him meet his maker. Not only do I jokingly call this guy my son, but I almost had to take him to meet his maker because he was about to do something very foolish and stupid, and I had to literally send a formal death notice to his wife, letting him know I'm about to make her a widow because I'm going to kill her husband if he attempted to do something that he suggested, because we had no reason to move forward. I understand why he was trying to do what he was doing. Go big or go home. I get it. Highly motivated. You got to move the ball forward. I get that. But at the same time, got to make good, sound decisions. So I almost had to sacrifice and kill him, but I didn't. So like Abraham, took Isaac up there to meet the maker, but God intervened. Didn't have to. I almost had to kill my Isaac, but I didn't. God intervened. I didn't have to. Well, Isaac has made, I don't know how he met this other NEMT provider in the same state, and he referred her to me to help her. Now, she has a good, strong biblical name. I am going to change her name to Ruth. Why Ruth? Because Ruth was loyal. She followed on good, loyal faith, where Ruth said to Naomi, where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay, and your people will be my people, and your God, my God. That's loyalty. That's faith. She's leading out on faith. So here it is. My Isaac, who I almost had to kill, has referred Ruth to me, so we will see if she has good faith and sense and follows him. So let me pull over here for a second because I'm going to read this email. And the reason I'm reading this email to you is because this email is quintessential and represents many people. I would say over the last, let's see, we're in September now, coming up on October. I'm telling you, over this last year, I mean, we've always worked with a lot of newbies. We've always worked with a lot of experienced people who are already in business. But over this last year, especially, where we're in this climate with this lunacy and sleepy, creepy dementia patient with the cackling sidekick Medusa and the economic crisis, I mean, we're just working with more and more people that are in a similar situation as Ruth that I'm going to read to you. So this email is from Isaac to Ruth, and he CC'd me on it. He said, Joel, Ruth is a 15-year NEMT provider in blank location. 15 years. And she's struggling. Yes, I have her permission to email you. Her main/only contract, which isn't a contract, it's a sharecropper agreement. Her main/only contract is with Motive Care, formerly known as Logistocrat, who had to change their name because they're the nation's largest and worst broker, and their brand sucks, so they had to rebrand. When, I'm going to call them social services, when social services moves all their trips to brokers in a year, she's screwed because they're literally the only broker in her area. I told her what you and your team have done and continue to do for me. And she said it was worth an email to get a sense of what you can do for her. No, I didn't send her to your YouTube videos because I wouldn't know which one would be best for her. He continues in his email. Now he addresses it to Ruth. He says, I consider Joel the foremost NEMT expert and everyone else is an also-ran. As I mentioned, he is vehemently opposed to us working with brokers. It is my firm belief that he can lead, guide, and direct you back to profitability. As I mentioned, I do not get paid a penny in any way, shape, or form by referring you to Joel. Good luck, guys. Isaac. So again, the reason why I share that email, although short, it underscores many key points. Again, because over this last year or so, since all the lunacy has come about with the sleepy, creepy dementia patient and the cackling sidekick Medusa, we're working with more and more people. I mean, 15 years. So Ruth has been in business for 15 years. So let's call that 2007. 2007. Think about, where were you in 2007? What were you doing in 2007? Let me ask you this. This is why I say so many things are absolutely irrelevant. Who won the Super Bowl in 2007? I don't know. Who won the Super Bowl in 2012? I don't know. Probably the Patriots, but I don't know. Who cares? No one cares anymore. This is why I always say, no one is ever going to care about you or your business. These Medicaid brokers, social services, a lot of these facilities, whoever, they don't care about you. You are a means to an end. So all these White Walkers and the White Walker advisors, who it's like they're constantly online publishing feel-good fluff. It's such crap. They're publishing all this feel-good fluff of how awesome the NEMT industry is, and it is if you build your business right. But in 15 years, that's a long time. 15 years, and your only source of revenue is with Logisticrap, not Motive Care, because you had to change your name, rebrand your business because your brand sucks. 15 years, that's a lot of missed opportunity. If you start a business, you think like, all right, man, I tell people openly, like, depending on where and what you are and the size, let's put ourselves in a position where we sell this business maybe year 5, year 7, 15 years. To give you a better sense of perspective, I have another provider in her state that launched 2014, operates in 5 different locations, is doing exceptionally well. Multiple 7-figure a year business. I'm not going to tell you how they make money. I'm not going to tell you anything about it because it's too good, and I can't afford to share information with the White Walker advisors. Got to protect the info. But think about it. 15 years into this gig, and you're looking at now, you're going to be out of business next year. So I sent her a nice email, and I explained to her, I said, really, we have one of 3 choices. Within a year's time, either in a dramatic fashion, the walls are going to completely collapse, the financial walls are going to collapse, and you're out of business, and you're going to pull up tent posts, and you're going to collapse like the fall of Saigon. The second option is you have more of a slow burn, more of a controlled burn, and it's more of a strategic withdrawal, if you will. For those of you who don't know, I'm former military. I'm West Point grad, so sometimes I just naturally intertwine some military lingo. So it would be more of a strategic withdrawal or a strategic retreat, and then you close your business down. Or the third option is we overhaul this puppy. We overhaul this business. The funny thing is that client provider who I told you that I'm working with in the same state, 5 locations, and I started working with them one-on-one a while back, and when I was reviewing some of their information, I said to him, I was reading some stipulations of their agreement in their relationship between some of their different entities. I said, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I said, your attorney did a good job. He did a good job. And he said, well, good, I'm glad he did, because he was expensive, but he did everything that you told us to do. I said, really? He goes, yep. He goes, he basically told me, he said, everything. He goes, we've been following your information, following your advice. We put it to use, deployed the same strategies. I said, all right. I said, well, kudos to you. You did a great job. And he's in a great position right now. Not only are we working to sell his business, he's in a great position for things I can't disclose or share. But anyways, getting back to Isaac and Ruth, you start a business, you should be thinking, all right, 15 years you're in that business. You're like, all right, man, I got to put myself in a position where I'm on Easy Street. I'm selling this cat. I'm retiring off this money. Now, I haven't started working with her yet. I haven't seen any of her numbers yet, so I have no idea of her size, her numbers, her margins, anything like that. But again, what also frustrates me with this is because since we've been working with so many, just over the last year, we're working with, and I would definitely say, maybe before we had I'm making things up here, maybe we had like a 60-40 split, where 60% of the people we work with were newbies. No way. We're now like, rather than a 60-40 split, we're like a 30-70 split, where 70% of the people we're working with are people who've already been in business. They're being destroyed by the current economic crisis, current economic climate, and they're reaching out to us. So you can't, and again, I'm a numbers guy. You all know I love my numbers because numbers never lie. You can't argue with that statistic. If before we were like a 60-40 with 60% of our clients being newbies getting into the business, and now it's more than inverted. You're looking at like a 30-70 split, where 70% of the people we work with now are like this Ruth. Been in the business for a number of years. Time for change. Now they hit the wall. And in many of these instances, when you go back and you start digging down and you ask questions, well, why this, why that, why'd you do this, why'd you do that, things like that. And it's just incredible the feedback we get from, well, this guy told me that. I paid to have this girl do this for me, and here's what she told me. And it is some of the stupidest advice and counsel. That's why I call it if it was free, I call it the brother-in-law advice. They paid for it. It's that White Walker advice. People who just make the stupid videos of, hey, look at us, we're happy. Look at us, we're doing a ride around. We're doing a ride along with the company. Look at us, we're riding along. We're transporting Mrs. Smith, and man, it sure does feel good. And look, all those stories are true. I've talked about it, man. It's all true. When you transport Mrs. Smith, you're legitimately helping Mrs. Smith. She's happy, you're happy, the family's happy. All of those things are true and valid. But happiness does not increase your bank account. Consider Ruth. I don't know how old she is. I know nothing about her. She married kids. I don't know yet. I haven't started working with her. But 15 years she's been in her business. She should have already sold this thing over for a multiple, or put herself in a position where she's still making a lot of money, and this is like retirement gig. But that's not the case. That's not the case. So feel good about yourself helping Mrs. Smith and transporting these elderly people. Feel good about it, but the feel good fluff is not filling your bank account. I'm sorry. If you don't make money, I know it sounds cold and careless, but if you don't make money, you ain't helping no one. So think about the stress that Ruth has. 15 years into this gig, think of the stress that she has. Is she going to be in business next year? Because through no fault of her own, per se, things are changing. Things are changing. Her local dynamics through social services is absolutely changing. They're shifting, they're moving, and that they make a move, and you automatically have to respond. This is why I say you got to put yourself in a position where you make real money. You have your customers. You're closest to your customers so that you have empowerment. When you do that, you're a creator. You're not a chaser. You're not reactionary. Motive Care makes a move, you got to respond. social services makes moves, you got to respond. To me, that's risky. To me, you're vulnerable. Everything you do is reactionary, and that's not what we want. And again, I could be like all the White Walkers, and oh, this is an awesome industry. Look at the size of the elderly population. Get $1,000 and you can start your business. Go buy a used vehicle for $3,500. Feel happy. It's absolute fluff and nonsense. Let me talk to all of you wannabe White Walkers who are still driving. Here's the awesome part. You're still driving, yet you're writing books for how to tell people to grow and scale, yet you're still driving. That makes no sense to me. That makes absolutely no sense to me. And people like to make fun of me because, well, I'm not driving anymore. I said, exactly, I'm not driving anymore because I'm already rich. I don't have to. My NEMT business was my first business, and I blew that thing up and used that as a platform to further grow and scale. It's like, do I want to learn to become a multimillionaire from a multimillionaire, or do I want to learn from someone who's like just fresh in the game? It's like, all of you White Walker advisors, why are you not asking the hard questions? Why are you not talking about the hard topics? Let me ask you this, White Walker advisors. How would you advise Ruth? 15 years into this game, her clock's ticking. She has a year. She has a year to either overhaul this puppy, turn it around, make it profitable, find happiness, less stress, or she's either going to have a slow burn and close the shop, or it's going to be a false Saigon and close shop. So one of two things is going to happen. Go out of business or become profitable. How she does it is one of three ways. How are you going to get it done, White Walker advisors? How are you going to do it? Let's talk about some hard topics. How come none of these clowns online, why aren't they talking about hard topic? How come they're not mentioning the price of gas doubling? I know. Craig from Cali recently said, I don't know what's bigger, your ego or your fat head. That's one of the reasons why I self-identify as now a 270-pound, 6'4", 21-year-old Olympic athlete. It's not about what I am. It's about what I identify as. And Craig told me to stay the F-U-C-K out of politics because I don't know what the F-U-C-K I'm talking about. So, but sometimes you can't avoid it. Can't avoid Craig. This Olympic athlete can't avoid it. This Olympic athlete has no problem talking about the hard topics. Why? Because I don't need to kiss anyone's ASS online. I'm not driving. I'm not driving and then writing books, and I need to make money writing books. I don't need that. I don't have that. That's the beautiful thing about it. Although I am going to write my self-identifying diet book, which is going to make a fortune. Make more money with that than I do my broker business. I'm just going to cast my broker business to the wind. Let it be what it is. But these people who are like, they're trying to sell their stuff online, and they're still doing it. It's like, you're going to tell people how to do something that you're not doing yourself. It's incredible. You're telling people how to go out there and get rich and make money, and they talk about my wealth. This is that. You haven't done anything yet. You're still driving. I don't get it. White Walker advisors, how would you help Ruth? How do you handle the price of gas doubling? How do you handle insurance premiums going up? White Walker advisors, do you know why insurance premiums have gone up? Do you even know why? Why don't you talk about those topics? Why don't you talk? Oh, I forgot. You're probably too busy driving. Forgot about that. And look, man, I got no problem with people who are driving. Look at Terry. I just praised. I'm Terry's BIT. I am Terry's BITCH. If Terry and I were walking down the hall together at high school, I'd have to hold on to his pocket because I'm his BITCH. Because Terry is a 74-year-old OG gangster thug pimp hustler. So I'm not against people who are driving, but you don't see Terry out there, oh, this is how you do it. This is no, Terry's constantly in contact with my people, asking, hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? I mean, love it. Absolutely love it. This is why I say it's like the fakes, the phonies, and the frauds. Since we have worked with so many more people, we're working with so many more people, like a 30-70 split, we see, I never knew how bad it was before until we started working with so many people who are already in the business And now we're finding all these different clowns that they listen to, whether it was free or paid. And we're like, what are we doing here? And it's killing them, crushing them, it's costing them a lot of money. I want you to make money. I want Ruth to make real money. Again, 15 years in the game, this business should have been sold a long time ago, but it doesn't sound like she has anything to sell. She's on the verge of collapse. Why aren't these White Walker advisors talking about real issues? Talk about the price of gas doubling. Talk about why is insurance premiums going up? Do you have any idea? Do you even know why? How would you advise? Did you see in Cali? Craig from Cali, here I come at you. Did you see in Cali they had roaming blackouts? How does that affect your business? How would the blackouts affect your business? Do you know that there were blackouts? There were blackouts in hospitals in Cali. We're experiencing blackouts. How does that affect your business? White Walker advisors, how are you going to advise these people? Oh, that's right, because we're just busy focusing in on the fluff. Oh, this is what I would do. Oh, I'm going to go pick up Mrs. Smith, and we're going to have the nicest, cleanest vehicles. Smoke-free, of course. Oh, man. I mean, did you see how I put it out in a newsletter just recently. You see the U.S. household wealth, it broke a record. It's like 6.123, something like that. It's just over 6.2 trillion with a T as in Tom, trillion, not million, not billion, 6 point something trillion lost. How's everyone's 401k doing? How's all their retirement accounts doing? How's all their investment accounts doing? Anybody know? White Walkers, if you're writing these books, you're doing your seminars, you're telling people, oh, go get a used vehicle for $3,500. I know you're probably not gonna be able to insure it, but I can't tell you why the insurance is going up. I don't know, but go do that. Then get copies of your business cards and fax them over to the different facilities and wait for the phone to ring, because man, it's just gonna ring off the hook. Such a bunch of fluff, phony, fakerage, labor. Hey, White Walkers, hey, look at us. We can't respond because, look at us. We're doing right-arounds. We're doing right-alongs with that. Look at us. We're all happy because we're riding around with this NEMT provider. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, how many businesses are suffering right now? White Walker advisors, why aren't you talking about the labor issue? Why don't you ever bring those up in your videos? You're not talking about the hard issues. You're not talking about fuel prices going up. You're not talking about inflation. You're not talking about the labor issues. You're not talking about insurance premiums. Labor affects everybody. What directly affects your business and your ability to grow and scale. I know I'm going off on a rant, but again, this is such a classic example in that email from Isaac, the one that he sent to Ruth and me. It just underscores so many different levels, the current economic condition, the laughable insanity that happens in our industry because of these White Walker advisors who are just nothing but absolute fluff. If you're not making real money, if you're not putting your business in a position to sell at a multiple, if you're not stacking chips all the time, what is the point? If you are not constantly stacking chips all the time, what is the point of what you're doing? I don't know. You got to answer. No, look, if you legitimately just want to be a volunteer service, go volunteer. If you just want to make a little side hustle, go do Uber and Lyft. Don't even get involved in all the application process, rules, regs, higher insurance premiums. Don't even waste time with all that. Just go make a little bit extra money. The problem is, again, I don't know anything about Ruth. Isaac, the guy who wrote that email, great dude, almost killed him, and I would have killed him if he actually was going to pull the trigger and spend the money he was suggesting. I was going to kill him. I was going to kill him. I was going to sacrifice him at the altar. I was going to sacrifice him at the altar of the NEMT god that I killed him. But he didn't. He adhered to wisdom, which is good. Which is going to save him a lot of money. I just sent him another link to go check out this vehicle instead of some of the things he was thinking about doing. I was going to kill him. I was going to kill him. But how much money are these people losing? How much time are they wasting by listening to the clowns who are... If you have to go write a book to make money, you haven't done it yourself. If you have to, I mean, again, the damage that we see, because what monetary value are you going to place? How much money are you willing to lose before, all right, it's time for change? Ruth has been in the game for 15 years, and I don't even know if I'm going to work with her. She may not move forward with it. She may look at me like, I'm not going to deal with that 21-year-old, 270-pound Olympic athlete. I don't know what's bigger, his ego or his fat head. Ruth may say that. She may say, no, I need more fluff. No, don't hit me between the eyes with a hard dose of reality. Don't do that to me. You know, in her email, Ruth said to Isaac that, what did she say? It was worth him. Let's see. Isaac said, I told her, being Ruth, what you and your team have done and contributed for me. And she said it was worth an email. Hey, Ruth may say, well, it's worth an email, but I'm not gonna invest. No, it's not worth it. No. She might, I don't know. She may go all in. No, it's not worth it. I need to be inspired. I need some fluff. I need fluff in my life. I need to be inspired. That may happen. We see that too. I tell people all the time, I am not for everybody. I'm an acquired taste, you know. I mean, obviously I'm not politically correct, and like Paula, like famous Paula always says,
forget his political views and all that. If you can get past that, man.
If you could just get past my politics. How are those politics working out for you? How's the price of gas, inflation, labor issue, the records for the U.S. household wealth just plummeting to 6-point-something trillion? How are those politics working? Incredible. Oh, folks, I know this 21-year-old Olympic athlete, man, he rambles, he goes off on his tangents. If you listen all the way to the end here, you're like Terry. You are a true pimp, hustler, player. If you identify as female, now you may not be able to define. You might be like that Supreme Court justice who she can't define what a woman is. But if you identify as a female, you might be a pimpette. I don't know. But if you watched all the way to the end, you are a beast. Because I know this is more rant, but again, it's just the insanity that we see from the people and the solicitations, the emails, the inquiries that we get. They're crazy. Let me also mention this. We've sent out a bunch of emails. We got, especially with the calamity in this industry, in the market, and everything like that, we got a ton of motivated buyers out there. So as we send out emails, I know Dan and Dawn have sent out different emails for different locations. If you're in one of those locations, you're serious about selling, reach out to us, I'm telling you. Because we might be able to, depending on the size of your business, the type of business, type of revenue, you know, we got some good motivated people with cash in hand ready to buy some stuff. You know, so all right, folks, I'll end it here. I'm almost at my destination, so I'll end it here. Again, I appreciate all of you who stayed till the very end. You are a true beast. I love it. So stay tuned for more. I'll be in touch. When you do, I'll see you at the top.